Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ship Nuggets. Yes, really excited to be with you again. How have you guys been? Really, excited, and I hope that you all are keeping safe and that you are doing very well health-wise with your families. Like I always do, please like, comment, and subscribe to the Ship Nuggets channel. If you're enjoying the videos, if you're learning something, I would really like to get your comments. And if there are topics that you would like me to share in the areas of leadership, followership, relationship, stewardship, mentorship, entrepreneurship, and worship, I know that's a mouthful. Please let me know, and I'll be happy to share with you in these areas. Thank you once again. So I've been talking about entrepreneurship, especially with regards to risk management. And I said I've been talking about this, and I was saying that in atmosphere or environments of uncertainty like we are in now, there is usually alongside of it a lot of risk, but there's also a lot of opportunities. But we have to apply wisdom in how we engage the risk. If we are always and only just focusing on the risk and analyzing and over analyzing, we have what we call analysis paralysis, right? Or on the other hand, if we just jump in head first without doing our calculations and without figuring out whether we have the capacity to handle what we need to handle, then we may have some problems. So I was talking about a middle ground kind of balanced approach to this. Now, you may be asking me, Omo, why are you talking about risk? I mean, we have coronavirus. I remember, a meeting I was having with some entrepreneurs, and they were just sharing about how, their fields or their industries have been impacted by the coronavirus. And I mean, my heart really went to them. And one of them said to me, so like, right now, I just feel I'm grounded. There's so much uncertainty. There's so much risk. If I do this, what's going to happen? If I don't do this, if I just don't even feel like taking any step right now. And I really felt that compassion and empathy for this entrepreneur. But then I now told her, I said, you know what? Nothing really stops. Like, there are people right now as we speak that are engaging in transactions right now, making billions of dollars. Recession, irrespective of coronavirus, they are still doing. Why? Because for somehow they've positioned themselves to be able to mitigate risk and be able to identify opportunities. Let me give an example. Right now, in spite of this stuff, some people who were gifted seamstresses and tailors, they just started making masks. They're making masks, right? And they're doing very well at it right now. What about people that are in like Instacart? And for those of you who may not know what Instacart is, where you order your food online and then they deliver it to your house. A lot of those businesses are actually doing very well now, because especially in the United States. Why? Because people don't want to go to the grocery stores because they don't want to be exposed. So what are they doing? They're ordering online, and their food and different things are being delivered to their homes. So the landscape of the macro world is changing already. And as it changes, it provides opportunities for new entrepreneurs to spring up, or for existing entrepreneurs to either diversify their operations, right, or completely pivot. So I was saying in the last videos, giving some things that we need to do to be able to manage risk and identify opportunities. And that's number one: have a plan. Have a plan. Okay, this is risk. These are the risks. This is the non-systematic risk. That's risk that apply to my industry right now, based on the information gathering that I have made over time. You list out the risk, and then on the other hand, you say, okay, these are potential opportunities that I can find, right, as a result of the time and the season that we're in. So I talked about having a plan, prioritizing your plan. Not everything that comes to your desk should have your time. You should be able to parsimoniously or very briefly look at something and say, this is a risk. no, I'm not going to give this is a waste of my time. This is a waste of my energy. I'm not going to do this. Let me give an example. I don't know if you guys have heard about the pauper. Is it the pauper of the paupers that were made as a result of the gold rush? So in the 18th century or so, there was this big thing that there was gold in California. Yeah, so everybody wanted to go there to mine gold. So people became miners overnight. They got their shovels, got their hooks, and off to California they went in search of gold. In fact, most of the Western movies you see, it's always most times centered around that theme, the gold rush. But you know what? The gold rush made a lot of people paupers, because even though it showed them, some opportunities, right? It also was very risky. There are people that lost money, lost homes, lost family, lost their lives because of this gold rush. But look at somebody else during that period. You know what he did? His name was Levi Strauss. How many of you wear Levi jeans? I know I do. I wear Levi jeans. In fact, his jeans still on till now. What did Levi do? Levi said, well, if everybody's going out on the gold rush, I'm not just going to jump on the wagon here. The gold thing might be quite risky, but everybody that's going on the gold rush needs to wear clothes. They need to wear trousers, right? And that trousers has to be made from tough material. So that's how Levi Strauss came up with making trousers from canopy material, and then later from denim material that will be strong enough for these miners to wear. And that's how that industry, that whole field came out. So what I'm saying is that another way to mitigate your risk, especially in uncertain times, is to diversify your operations. Don't just, okay, everybody's making masks, so I'm going to make one. Figure out a way. What do people who wear masks also need? Okay? What do people who order online also need? You want to try and investigate the needs, the actual needs of your customer, the psychological needs of your customer, because there's the product, but then there's the psychological need that product is meeting. So you want to find out what's the psychological need there, and then diversify your operations. Okay, diversify your operations. You right now you may be a landlord. Like I have some friends who own Airbnb, and they're hurting right now because of this stuff. So why don't you diversify? It's okay. Maybe we do a property management situation here. Of course, you have to deal with the fact that your renters need to pay you and all that stuff. So you have to figure out a way. Maybe you get a loan or whatever to hedge yourself. But this is a time for you in mitigating risk. You have to think about what's the psychological needs right now, and how can I meet those needs? How can I diversify my operations? How can I allocate my assets at this time? How can I save? All these are things that you can do to mitigate risk, especially in uncertain times. So again, just to recap, when we are facing uncertain times, we have risk, potential for risk, but we also have potential for opportunities. And like the portfolio principle says, high risk, high reward. Low risk, low reward. Jesus said, if you give sparingly, you reap sparingly. If you give abundantly, you reap abundantly. That's portfolio theory right there. Jesus preaching it. And so it's the truth. If you want to make something out of yourself, out of your business, you have to take a step. But take the step with wisdom. Calculate what you need to calculate, but take steps. Find out get information from reliable sources. Solicit the help of experts in your field. You can sign up for online classes, free online classes right now. You can hear from academics on the issue that or the area or the field that you are trying to be in, right? There's so many things you can do. You can set up meetings with different people that are already in your industry and find out, okay, what's going on? How did you deal with this? How did you handle this? You can look for peers and colleagues in the same area and have conversations with them and come up with a strategy to identify the risk and at the same time explore and make proper use of the opportunities that come your way, because the opportunities may not come again, right? May not come for a while. So we have to figure out ways to mitigate it. Well, I sure hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll be bringing you some more. Till we meet again, let's keep sailing to the top.